I'm going to talk about the violet flame and different energetic purification techniques. So, as an energy worker, when I'm working in someone's energy, a lot of times I'm pulling out like entities and like dark crap and like negative emotions, and those things are releasing. And when that happens, those things are just kind of sitting around in the space. So a really important thing to do when you're doing meditations, when you're doing rituals, when you are doing like shadow work, is to visualize some sort of light source absorbing those things that you are releasing, absorbing the things that are coming out of you, and using that light to transmute. I talk about different transmutation things. So one is like imagining the black hole in your womb and using that as a transmutation process. That's one. And I utilize that most when I am really listening to someone deeply, when I'm having a really deep, intimate connection with someone in a space like that. Or in meditation when I really want to deeply receive life and really feel everything around me. But typically what I'll do is I will imagine the room that I'm working in, or imagine if I'm working up with someone, at a distance, I have a room in the etheric plane, and I imagine a violet flame or a violet light on the floor and surrounding the client. So I'm telling you this as something you can do in your spaces, like cleansing your house, cleansing your space, but also cleansing yourself. So the violet flame is connected to Saint Germain, and there's kind of a story behind that. The violet flame is a purifier, and you can also use a blue flame. Blue and violet is also connected to Archangel Michael, who is very powerful for clearing energy and clearing kind of negative crap out of your space, out of your field. So if I ever feel like there is dark stuff around me, there's, whatever, oftentimes I call on Archangel Michael, because he is just really good at that. Comes in, I imagine the violet flame all around me through my body, filling my whole body. And that really helps clear out those darker energies and transmute them. I've described like having a white sphere that's spinning really fast, that absorbing all of those things that are being released, and just they go into the space and they're dissolved and transmuted into neutral energy, neutral chi, neutral life force. So that's kind of the goal. So you can do this every night before you go to sleep. You can imagine a violet flame clearing the space. You can imagine blue flames as well. You can fill the room with white lights, and you can put gold light on the floor. And this is a way to clear space, and it is really powerful. It's like, oh, I'm just imagining colors in a room. Like, what? Like, that does anything? It does. It really, really does. It makes a huge, huge difference. And this is also a good practice to help you strengthen those those visualization muscles, is to continuously practice this and practice visualizing. And like I've said, the more you practice something, the more it kind of just becomes an automatic thing, and then you don't really have to think about it as much and do it like really actively. It just kind of happens. So a thing I used to do a lot is anytime I was going to go to a place, like let's say work or just coming back home, I would fill the entire space with white light, bring in blue flames, and then the whole floor gold. And then I would also kind of set this intention, like I'm going to be in this space, I'm preparing this space to greet me and hold me. So that's something you can start practicing and see how that makes a difference. And also I would do that to clear your room before you go to sleep as well. This is a practice that I highly recommend doing, especially as a witch, but really for anyone, and especially sensitives and empaths. It's like there is so much stuff all around you all the time. you are naturally a very receptive person. So that means you are pulling in so much energy all the time that it's important to clear the space and like make those boundaries and clear out all the crap, because not everything in your space serves you. So it's like setting that intention, and also knowing that, especially if it's a place that you have a lot of anxiety going to, you have the power to shift that energy. You have the power to set that place up for you. And try doing this and see how your anxiety lessens. See how you'll feel more comfortable in that space. I used to do this a lot going to my boyfriend's parents' house. I hated going to their house, but I noticed every time I did this energy clearing practice, I felt so much better walking into their home, and I just felt like I could relax, which I usually didn't feel like I could. So this is really a powerful thing to do. And like when you are working more on doing kind of healing on yourself, using this violet flame, the blue flame, and these different light techniques, clearing space around you, clearing your body, it's really powerful. This is a major thing. Energy workers and psychic healers use these things all the time. So start practicing them. They'll really help transmute the energy around you and clear your space.